What's up, everybody? My name is Vincent. Welcome to Cryptolution, where we talk about everything under the moon in the crypto universe. Today's Friday, May 30th. Now, we're going to be talking about DOG, Bitcoin's price, taking a little bit of a pullback today, but we've brought this up many times in our previous videos. This was to be expected, but this is also due to other things such as Bitcoin's price going down and also large liquidations across the whole crypto market. So this isn't just DOG Bitcoin, but I also want to cover other things such as how DOG is absolutely trending after Bitcoin Las Vegas conference. Now we're going to cover crypto influencers, news media outlets. Followed right after that, we're going to talk about centralized exchanges, mainly Bybit and Kraken. Then we're going to be looking to the charting analysis and how the leveraged players are currently playing their hand at the price of DOG. Where can you expect the price of DOG to be in terms of support level? How far can we see the price of DOG go? But also, where can we potentially see a reversal to the upside? Well, either way, these are all opportunities. I'm going to give you all to you in a breakdown in this video. So go ahead and smash up that like button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to join us on X. And please be careful with any of the scammers down in the comments below. I will never reach out via WhatsApp, Telegram, direct messaging, or email. So please be careful and invest safely. So guys and girls, let's get right into it. So DOG Bitcoin right now is down roughly around 12% in the past 24 hours, but the trading volume is actually pretty good, up $29 million. Now let's look at Bitcoin's price. Now this is Bitcoin's price. It was roughly down around 2% as of this morning. Not too long ago, this was at 106,000 just 24 hours ago. So the fact that it's 104,000, so it shed 2,000 less, that means it's going to affect every other cryptocurrency market, especially altcoins. Now look at the total amount of liquidations that happened in the past 24 hours. Roughly around 208 million just in the past hour, but overall in the past 24 hours, 828 million US dollars. Now let's see where DOG Bitcoin stands in terms of ranking. It's at 128, used to be at around 115 or 16 yesterday. So right now we're seeing that we're up 2% in the past hour, but this is just a recent pullback that I think is absolutely necessary for us to see another leg up for anything, for all these altcoins, especially meme coins. Now Leonidas has something to say about this. Now when the DOG price goes down, I have zero worries. Unlike other meme coins that are backed by thin air, DOG is backed by an army that shows up every day, no matter what. Meme coins are highly volatile, and that is part of what makes them fun, so enjoy the ride. So let's talk about news media outlets. So we have this Turkish top news agency that was at the Bitcoin conference in Las Vegas, and most recently they actually spotted DOG, which was from the DOG booth, sponsored by DOG of Bitcoin and Vito himself. So that's really cool to see that DOG has its presence across all media outlets. So we do have some well-known names that end up showing up at the DOG Bitcoin booth over in Vegas, such as Kai Green, who is a professional bodybuilder. And also we have crypto influencers such as Wendy O show up at the booth. And by the way, Wendy O didn't just post this on her Twitter page, but also her Instagram and other social media outlets such as Facebook. And they all have a lot of impressions. So she's a huge fan of DOG, which I really appreciate. We also have to give a shout out to Dagobet, who ended up taking pictures with one of the Altcoin Daily members, putting on the DOG hat. So definitely, that's absolutely a great photo. I love that Altcoin Daily, by the way, is very bullish on DOG. They end up putting DOG as their #1 focus token to focus on 2025. So Dagobet not only took pictures with the Altcoin Daily crew, but also with Benjamin Cohen and Tiffany Fong. And by the way, they're really well known in the crypto space, especially Benjamin Cohen, who shares a lot within the Bitcoin dominance trajectory and where altcoins stand. Now he's a huge Bitcoin maxi, but he also believes in realistic charting and analysis. But also we have our man in disguise. We also have Kelly Kellum. Kelly Kellum went to go visit the booth himself, and he ended up making this video, which was absolutely amazing. He got to talk to Vito and to share with you why this coin is something that you need to focus on. And he's also highlighting right here the plushie toy that Vito has actually brought with him to the event. A lot of people have won this specific toy. Absolutely amazing to see Kelly over there at the DOG Bitcoin booth. Shout out to him as well. Now, I do want to bring this to your discussion because about 95% of my in real life discussions at Bitcoin Las Vegas was only about DOG and Bitcoin runes. And yes, I had conversations with retail, even hedge fund managers, whales, developers, especially within different marketplaces, and also people that don't really understand runes, which are the speculators. But overall, from all my discussions, telling them about DOG, telling them about runes, telling them about the whole Bitcoin DeFi ecosystem growing, all of them know one thing, and that they're all more interested in trade and more likely moving over to Bitcoin DeFi, because right now all these other chains such as Sui, Solana, even Ethereum are getting a little bit overdone, overplayed. The thing is, they're just not as interesting as Bitcoin. So the fact that you can build things on Bitcoin is why they're focused on it as much as I am. Now, I want to share another thing with you. So this person named Cobbs noticed one thing on the Robinhood app. So if you go to the Robinhood app and you check the Bitcoin price, and then you go to Bitcoin news tab within the Bitcoin price, he noticed that there was a news article posted by Sherwood about Bitcoin Conference 2025, and the cover photo that they chose was the dog Bitcoin booth photo, and it looks exactly like this. This is their cover photo. So Robinhood usually doesn't publish any article from the Bitcoin network. They're going to publish selective news resources such as Sherwood that I think is really well reputable. And that's another thing why this is amazing, that this is the cover photo for this specific website and the cover photo that they chose to be published on Robinhood. And by the way, Robinhood is the top mobile app for everything crypto. There are some other announcements that came from the Bitcoin conference. Now Media is a YouTube and also news publishing website for cryptocurrency, and now they have a dedicated category for just the Bitcoin ecosystem called Bitcoin Now. That's the name of the category. It's going to be focusing on ordinals and runes. I love that. They know exactly what's going on. If you don't see this happening from a mile away, people are focusing on Bitcoin DeFi, ordinals, and runes. This is where people are heading from the Bitcoin conference. We're switching from Bitcoin maxis and converting them over to the Bitcoin Curious side, which is the Bitcoin DeFi ecosystem. Then you have other announcements such as Track Network announcing a dog governance vote. Soon people can vote and decide if this is going to be listed for another buy button on their platform. Then you have another announcement from Layer Akira that says new token listing, and apparently dog is available for trading on their specific platform. Moving on, let's talk about Bybit. Now you remember back on April 22nd of 2025, now Cash Lab noticed that there was this little giveaway, a 500 USDT for a position airdrop, and dog was that specific token that they were mentioning. Well, just a month later, he caught on to this, which is that they increased the amount from 500 USDT tether to around 1,000 now, where you can register to claim. So this is his theory. So Bybit just doubled the dog position airdrop size. That's not just a bump, it's a signal. Kraken announced a dog spot listing. OKX is already starting to hint one. Now Bybit is moving. Maybe they're testing heat. Maybe the listings aren't far. Let's show the dog army is very real. Join the airdrop, claim your spot, and let's make some noise. In my personal opinion, if this is true or not, it doesn't matter. Bybit has perpetual trading for dogs, such as OKX and Kraken. Kraken has already listed for spot trading. Let's go ahead and see what's going to happen with that, because there could be a domino effect where soon, once dog is available for spot, then you're going to see OKX and Bybit in that order. So let's talk about Kraken. So based on multiple sources, now these are conversations that I've had with people that attended the event, specifically the Kraken event, who had met members of the team with Kraken. And they said that they were told that the spot listing announcement, meaning when people can actually start buying and trading and selling dog on Kraken, would happen within between 2 to 3 weeks. Now, some people have said it could happen a lot sooner. That's just something that they want you to know, but they can list it out of nowhere. Well, regardless, this is a time frame which you can expect. But nonetheless, there are some people out there that are placing short positions. Like say for instance, there's this person on CoinMarketCap in the comment section that said, I doubled my dog position by shorting it, meaning he's very bearish. He predicts basically the price is going to keep going down. He says, thanks Kraken, you better list it soon and stop farming the community for publicity. So right now, this is what we're seeing with the CoinGlass data. Now, as you can see, there's a lot of liquidations of longs, meaning the people that were placing long positions of dogs price to go up were liquidated a lot, roughly $80,000 on OKX, on Bybit, $49,000, on Gate.io, $86,000. Now, there are not any short liquidations. It's barely there. So as I told you before, stop leverage trading. Yes, there are some people that are making a lot of money shorting it, but those people are going to get liquidated as well. And if you're longing it, you're going to get liquidated as well. But nonetheless, most of you won't listen to me. But if you're a retail investor, how does this affect you, regardless of what leverage traders are doing? Because as I mentioned before, as much as these leverage traders always think they know exactly what's going on, they put a lot of risk on the table, because Kraken could announce any spot listing anytime soon. But I think whatever is going to happen, if these shorts are going to keep shorting, then you could see the price go down. So right now we're only down negative 26% over the past 24 hours. Now the reason I bring that up is because look at the past. Now we saw major pullbacks such as this one. So look at this. This is negative 35%. So we dropped negative 35% before we saw another leg up. Then we dropped another negative 49% before we saw another leg up. Then we saw another pullback of negative 31% before we saw another leg up. So right now when you're seeing a negative 26%, that's not really that much to me. Remember, I predicted that we would hit around a 460 million market cap. Right now 460 million could be the next new support level because currently this daily candle hasn't closed just yet. But just in case it is not, let's look at where the support level could be. I have mentioned before that the support level could be $380 million. So that means we can actually dip and hit that support level. But I do want you to notice one thing. Notice that we're still within this trending line, meaning we're still in this uptrend between these two green lines to the upside. Now, if this breaks below it, I want to be shaken out because again, even if it hit right here at 380 million, it would still form a higher low. There's a lot of manipulation out there, but this is exactly what's going on. But look at the 50-day and 200-day moving average. The 50-day is this orange line, and the 200-day is the green line. Notice that the price of dog has hit exactly at the 200-day moving average. Notice that the 50-day moving average is still going up. And the reason that's important is because nothing has changed about the 50-day and 200-day moving average. Because once that forms a golden cross, which is happening pretty soon, that's when it's game over for the bears and even the short leverage traders as well. Now I've changed the daily moving average from a 20-day to a 50-day moving average. Now look at the 20-day. The 20-day is this orange line, while the 50-day is the green line. Notice that the price of dog Bitcoin has hit exactly at the point of the 20-day moving average. Now, this does not mean that we are still in a confirmed bullish trend, because check this out. Even though the price of dog was above the 20-day moving average, which is the orange line, it dipped below it, and it looked like we were going to go down in price. But then again, it was a fake out. And then we saw the price of dog go past the 20-day moving average again, and then it further went to the upside. So even if it goes below the 20-day moving average, it could just be a fake out. I'm focusing right now on the 50-day and 200-day moving average, but these are the tools to help you understand that right now, this is just a minor liquidation event. This is a minor pullback, completely normal. Again, if we hit 380 million market cap, that is a buy the dip. I already dollar cost average around $460 million. I'm actually going to buy a ton once it hits $380 million. That's just how I plan to do my trading activities. So this is what's going to happen. Regardless of when the announcement is going to happen, either 2 to 3 weeks from now, this is what's going to happen. Kraken's going to make that announcement. Then it's going to be OKX. Then it's going to be Bybit for spot trading. Then later on down the road, you're going to see Coinbase and Binance. And sure, you could have KuCoin, HTX, Crypto.com, Upbit. Any of those other exchanges can be listed here as well. But I think it's going to be in this order: Kraken, OKX, and Bybit. So everything in a nutshell overall, I'm going to go ahead and click because I am very bullish on dog Bitcoin. Nothing has changed. I have told you over and over what to expect in the dog Bitcoin price. And because of that, you did not react or sell even when there is dipping. You only dollar cost average. And this is why it's so important to make daily videos, because all of us need to stick together and stay up to date on what's really going on. Everybody is bullish on dog, and you cannot be selling dog when it's literally 0.02% of Bitcoin's market cap. Take profit when it's at $5 billion, $10 billion, $20 billion. When you're selling at $430 million, that's a 60% discount from a $1 billion market cap. Then you really need to pay attention to dog Bitcoin. So with that said, let me know your thoughts down below, your predictions, and I cannot wait to read them. So smash up the like button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to join us on X to receive all of our alpha calls and trades regarding dog or the moon. Till then, see you guys girls next time.